When you joined network marketing, I'm sure you had the same dream that I did. I want to have time freedom and financial freedom. Well, the only way that you're able to do that is you go out there and leverage your time and efforts by building a team, by recruiting. One of the best skills, one of the highest paid skills in this profession. On this video, I'm going to give you 5 of my biggest tips on recruiting coming up. Hey everyone, Darren Kidd here, multiple 7-figure earner in the network marketing profession, but it has not always been like that. Matter of fact, for years I struggled, didn't know what to do until I had the right mentors that came into my life that really changed everything. That's why my passion on this channel is to help shave years off your learning curve by teaching you tips and techniques to go out and succeed now when it comes to network marketing. So today I want to talk to you about one of the highest paid skills, one of the most important things that you can learn when building your network marketing business, and that is recruiting. But before I get into the 5 tips that I want to share with you, first of all, why would you want to recruit? If you hadn't had a chance to read the book, Robert Kiyosaki wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He talks about most people teach their kids, go to school, get good grades, get a good job, work for money. They're exchanging time for money. But wealthy people teach their children something different. They go, no, you want to develop assets that throw off cash, have money work for you. And even if you're the best at what you do, you're the Michael Jordan of your job, if you're like me, I knew that it would never give me the lifestyle that I wanted. Because I know people that make great money, but they have no time freedom. Then I have some friends and family, they have a whole lot of time, but they have no money. I wanted to have both. And the only way we do that is we have assets that throw off cash. Okay, we leverage our time and our efforts. And the best way you do that, in my opinion, is network marketing. And you do that through building a team and recruiting. So now let's go through 5 of my biggest tips when it comes to recruiting. Tip number 1, remember that most people will not see it. Don't let that surprise you. Most people, actually look at the numbers, 97% of the people at age 65 are broke. That means that most people are not going to see what we see. Most people are not willing to do what they need to do. They're in a comfort zone, right? Apathy is a natural human instinct common to us all to seek a comfort zone where nothing ever changes. So maybe you have some friends like I do that they live paycheck to paycheck. They complain about life and how they wish things were better, but they're not willing to do anything. They're not willing to participate in their own rescue. You throw them the life jacket, they won't even grab it. So understanding that at age 65, 97% of the people are broke, Jim Rohn says you're looking for the looker, so don't get stressed. You're just sharing the information. You're taking them from not knowing to knowing, and the right people will show up when they're ready. Number 2, remember it is a process. Recruiting is not an event. People go, I'm going to recruit somebody. No, it's a process. You want them to want to join you. So what do I mean by process? You're building a relationship. So there's the exposures. Exposure, you're taking them from not knowing to knowing. We want to make sure that you're using third-party tools, which is maybe it's a DVD, it's a video, it's a website. It's something that takes the pressure off of you and takes the pressure off of me. It allows us to be the commercial to get them to look at the movie, because they know you for your background. They know me for my background. So maybe let's say that you're a construction worker, or maybe you're in car sales, or maybe you're a salon owner, but yet you're talking to them something totally different. If you don't use something else as a third-party tool, it makes it a lot tougher because it's more duplicatable. Now, eventually, you want to be able to be a third-party tool. You want to know the information enough because that's going to build your confidence, it's going to build your posture. But even if you can do that, I try to use the third-party tools as much as I can. But knowing that exposures are my miles per hour. So I want to take them from not knowing to knowing, using a third-party tool, understanding that the more exposures I do, the faster I go. The faster I'm going to get to my goals and my dreams. And that's just something to keep in mind in the process. Then also a part of the process is the fortune is in the immediate follow-up. Very rarely does anyone look at information the first time and go, I'm in, sign me up as a customer, sign me up in the business. It takes 5 to 8 exposures. Even if they say no, it doesn't mean no. It means not now. So I'll just ask them, hey, look, can I keep you posted or updated on how I'm doing? And they pretty much all the time say, sure, you can do that. And all I do is I take them from exposure to exposure until they recruit or sell themselves. So remember, tip number 2, it's a process. Enjoy the process. Don't get stressed. Don't get worried. Don't go, hey, but they would be so great if they saw it. When the timing is right. Maybe they just got a pay raise. Maybe they love their job. Maybe life is great. 6 months later, you contact them. They have a new manager they can't stand. Maybe their company was sold. Maybe they were laid off. One lady said, hey, you know what? My kid is getting bullied and I can't take it. It's ripping my heart out, but we don't have the money to put her in another school because it costs so much. And that was her reason that she was building the business. So the timing changed. So but if you force them to get started when they're not ready to get started, they're not going to be happy and you're not going to be happy. So just remember, it is a process. Stick to the process. Tip number 3, work on you. We don't get paid what we want, we get paid what we are. And if we want to make more, we have to become more. Let me give you an example. I met a guy that won the lottery, and the first thing they did was make him watch a video. And the video was one story after another story of how people go, you know what, the lottery ruined my life. It was the worst thing that ever happened to me. And not only did most of them lose the money, some of them committed suicide, they went back to a place worse than where they were before they ever won the lottery because they didn't become a millionaire. They were given millions of dollars, and our income always comes back to where we are. But if you take someone that's a businessman, a businesswoman, they're a multimillionaire, you take all their money away from them, they'll go do it again because they have worked on themselves. Well, in network marketing, look at the people in your company. They have the same company, they have the same products, they have the same compensation plan, the same branding, the same systems. What's the only difference? The difference is you. The difference is me. So if we're the messenger sharing the message, we just want to make sure we become the best messenger we possibly can. So every day I try to work as hard on myself as I work on my business. And I encourage you to do the same because that way you're going to find that your posture, your energy, your excitement, your enthusiasm, people will not, they're just not looking at the company. They're looking at you and they're looking at me going, do I want to work with this person? Am I going to get value from this person? And so I like to look in the mirror and ask myself would I want to be sponsored by me? And if the answer is yes, then you know you're on the right track. So make sure every day consistently work on yourself to become the best messenger you possibly can. Tip number 4, this is a good one. Learn not to get emotionally attached to the results. You can't control results. I can't control results. But we can control the activities that will eventually lead us to the results. And it's frustrating. I even train that on the videos like right now. But I go out and I build my business later on today, tomorrow, and I find myself getting frustrated. But then I have to go, hey, Darren, why don't you listen to your own training? And remember, just continue to be consistent and persistent. Keep a good attitude. Do the simple things on a daily basis that seem to make no difference at all in the act of doing them. And they'll compound over a period of time. And it's just a numbers game. So we know that sometimes you could go talk to 5 people, all 5 want to join. Or you could go talk to the next 5 people and no one's ready to join or buy your product. It's okay. Just remember, don't get emotionally attached to the result. It is an emotional roller coaster. There's going to be ups. And when things are going great, just remember this, and this too shall pass. When things are going bad, this too shall pass. No company, no product, nothing goes up all the time. Okay, what goes up must come down. What goes down must go up. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of encouragement, and remember that tip. Okay, and now we're down to tip number 5, our final tip, which, it's hard to say which is the most important tip, but I'll tell you, if you don't get this tip, it's not gonna work anyway because it's don't quit. So many people, what they do is they go out, they start building their business, they're in the no sleep zone, they're excited, they go through some frustrating times, they start focusing on results, which we already talked about that. They get discouraged and they quit. The only way to fail in network marketing is to quit. Because if you don't quit, either you win or you learn. You plan, do, review. A rocket is off track on the way to the moon 97% of the time, but it continues to readjust and eventually gets to the moon. So you're mastering the mundane. You're doing the simple, basic things every single day. And sometimes I use the example of buying a McDonald's franchise, right? You wouldn't go out and go through the membership process, have to be worth all this money, invest millions of dollars, go to Hamburger University, do all those things and say, look, I know there's 30,000 McDonald's, but I want to change mine up a little bit. We don't want the cheeseburgers in a yellow wrapper. We don't want the fry machine on the left side. We don't want it on the right side. I'm sick of saying, I've been working here, I own the franchise and I've been helping them out. And I'm sick of asking them, do they want a combo meal? Do they want an apple pie with it? No, we're gonna say that until our lips fall off because that's the system. And 30,000 McDonald's, the system works. So in network marketing, what do? We start doing the basics, we get bored and we don't see the success that we think we should have fast enough, which it is a business, it's not the lottery. And then what do? We reinvent the wheel. We complicate things and we go, well, that doesn't work. Then we reinvent the wheel again and we complicate things a little bit more and then we go, it doesn't work and we quit. Do not quit. I promise you, if you continue to do the things that we've talked about with these 5 tips, you're persistent and consistent. It's like pushing a car that's out of gas, it's in neutral, you're trying to get it out of the highway, you give it everything you have and you finally get the car moving. And then you can take one hand and continue to push that car. But as soon as you stop, let that momentum stop, you have to start all over. So you have to be persistent and consistent and you have to have a good attitude, right? No one's gonna wanna work with you. We don't attract what we want, we attract what we are. And if we have a bad attitude and we're negative, that's not gonna attract any people into our life that go, man, I'm just so excited to work with you. So don't quit, be persistent, consistent, stay positive, and I promise you eventually you will get to where you wanna be in network marketing and your story will inspire and motivate tons of people all over the world just like mine. And if I can do it, I promise you, you can do it. Question of the day, what's the biggest challenge you have when it comes to recruiting? Make sure to put that in the comments below because I read those comments and I use those for future training topics. And for more training content just like this one, we're releasing about 1 video a week. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you hadn't had a chance to get my free ebook that gives you 3 of my best keys or biggest tips for succeeding in network marketing, all you have to do is go to succeedwithdarren.com/3 keys. We will put it on the screen and also in the description below. So thanks for taking time to watch this video. Hope you got some great value. Can't wait to see you on the next video. Take care.